Hello, everybody. Thank you for taking time out of your day today to join us for our daily reading from one of Sister Gwen's daily devotionals. Today we are reading from Gems of Wisdom, and the title of today's reading is The Person Who is Too Lazy to Work. Scripture reference, Proverbs 13:4, 15:19, 19:24, 24, and 21:25. The soul of the sluggard desireth and hath nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. Proverbs 13:4. The person who is lazy physically is also lazy where spiritual things are concerned. He doesn't take time to pray, to read the Bible, or read good books, or to do any good work for the Lord. And the one who is diligent and zealous physically is always that way spiritually. His soul shall be made fat. That means he will be blessed by God. The Lord said, and the priest shall burn them upon the altar. It is the food of the offering made by fire for a sweet savor. All the fat is the Lord's. Leviticus 3:16 says, the fat belongs to me. When your life is well-pleasing to God and you become God's loving property, the word fat in Hebrew is dashin. It means to be fat, juicy, well-fed, rich, mighty. The way of the slothful man is as a hedge of thorns, but the way of the righteous is made plain. Proverbs 15:19. The reason the way of the slothful man is difficult is because he has become too lazy to trim away the thistles and thorns. He has allowed the briars to overgrow his life because he is too lazy to care about his spiritual condition. So he has thistles and thorns growing in the garden of his life. He lacks prayer and Bible study and church attendance. But the righteous man is diligent about keeping his spiritual garden trimmed and clear of all rubble and thorns, so that the Lord will say to him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. He is a user of the talents God has given him. A slothful man hideth his hands in his bosom, and will not as much bring it to his mouth again. Proverbs 19:24. To hide your hand in your bosom means that you resign yourself from any responsibility or work. The lazy man may find many ways of getting out of a job. Some people are so lazy they pretend to be sick in order to get out of responsibilities. They discovered that by complaining about weakness and pain, people around them will feel sorry for them and do their work for them. So they exaggerate their misery by a pretense of loss of appetite, which really creates alarm. All this makes them even happier. The modern world has a name for such a condition. It's called hypochondria. Those who are bound by it need deliverance from this spirit. The sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold. Therefore shall he beg in harvest and have nothing. Proverbs 20, verse 4. The land must be prepared by plowing. Plowing is hard work. It is tedious and dull and backbreaking. Plowing isn't a joyful task like harvesting is, but it is an absolutely necessary because the clods have been broken and the soil been made soft so that the seeds can be sown. The lazy person looks for excuses. He is glad when it rains or is cold. He uses the inclement weather as an excuse not to work. But later he will be sorry because when the harvest comes and the rest of the people rejoice and feast off the fruits of the land, he himself will be hungry because he failed to do the plowing. Plowing comes first. Only after we do the hard work of plowing the nations can we get ready for the harvest festival that is coming real soon. The desire of the slothful killeth him, for his hands refuse to labor. Proverbs 21, verse 25. The reason the desires of the slothful leads to destruction is because he becomes involved with things that are destructive to the soul. From childhood we heard, the devil makes us of idle hands. Those who do not work often get into mischief. They would rather steal than work for a living. If you make it difficult for them to rob and get what they want by stealing, the thief will give up because he is too lazy to work hard at breaking into a building to commit a robbery. That is our reading for today. Again, I thank you for joining us, and I hope you got something out of it, and that if you want to know more about this wonderful book, Gems of Wisdom, You can order it from our bookstore down here at Engeltal, and contact us whenever you would like. Thank you.